Hello everyone, I'm Leandri and welcome to Leandri Crafts. Today it's time for everybody's favorite video of the month, and it is a completed pages video. And this month it's extra special because I'm going to show you guys everything that I did for Spacember 2025. And just wanted to mention that I did buy a book where I can add everything that I used on each of my pages because I keep on forgetting what I use. So I'll be using this book to see what I use on which page. And then I will also be linking all the hashtags that I followed and anybody else that I mentioned, like body colors and stuff, I will add in the description. So you guys can go check out their Instagram pages or their YouTube pages as well. And yeah, let's get going. Let me show you what I did. The first book that I colored in this month is Cute Fantasy Adventure by Little Nook, and I colored in this page, and I went for the rainbow grayscale trend. I don't know if it's already died off on TikTok, but I still enjoyed doing it a lot. Let me zoom in a bit for you. So basically I used my Chen Yui alcohol markers and the Languo acrylic markers, and it was quite easy. I did do a color along for this. I will add that in the iCards if you guys want to go check that out. So yeah, that was very enjoyable. It was a very nice kickoff for Spacember. Then for hashtags, basically for all my pages, I added the 2025 out of the box bingo hashtag by E Art Studios and Julian Annette Art. And I will, like I said, I will link everybody's stuff in the description box. For this, I also followed the Animals Color Along 2025 by, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your tag correctly or your name correctly. Elvis. I don't know if it's Elvis Coloring. Please let me know if I'm saying that incorrectly. And then I also chose a song for Coloring Biker Mamas. CBM Color Your Song 2025 hashtag. And for this page, I chose What Dreams Are Made Of by Hilary Duff. And those are the hashtags that I followed for this page. Then, put that in there. The next one I did, and now I have space to put the pile that I haven't gone through, but not the one that I've completed with. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's just zoom out a bit. So the next one I did was in Disney Princesses Mystery Coloring. It's the Color by Number book by Little Hatchet Heroes. And this is basically the Princesses Tome 1 because it's the first one. And I did this page, Rapunzel. I had to think of a name there for a moment. So initially, Rapunzel or this page of Rapunzel was not a space page at all. And one of the challenges that Soraya posted to us was to alter a page, to make something spacey that wasn't necessarily spacey, and that is exactly what I went for here. So I printed and colored in the UFO, and I added in the UFO lights over here, and then I did not color in Pascal. I printed Pascal and I just added some dots here so that it looks like he's being abducted. And now instead of swinging the pen to what's his name, Eugene, she is now actually going to go for the UFO, and she's telling them to let go of Pascal. So this is how I changed my page into a space page, and I really enjoyed doing this a lot. What I did use on this page was the Languo acrylic markers as well as the gel pens, and then the Guangna Super Golden markers. On the flowers. Don't know if you guys can see that. I still don't know how to do this with the camera properly. But yes, I really enjoyed this a lot. This was very cool. For hashtags, obviously, Spacember 25. 2025, yeah, Spacember 2025. The song that I chose here was the X-Files theme song, and yes, then a lot of the other, like I said, a lot of the other ones are just going to be repeating. I'm not going to tell you guys the same stuff every time. I'll basically tell you which song, or if there was something else that another hashtag that I followed. So yes, that was in Princesses by Little Hatchet Heroes. And then the next page was from Enchanted Galaxies from, what's her name, Alexandra Zakirakouras. And this was a untouched book for me. And then I did this page, double spread, which I now am calling the Scooby-Doo page, because that is where I got the inspiration for this from. So this one was let me just zoom in. Oh, not that much, or like that. This was a body color with Candace from Happy Catastrophe, and I will insert her page over here. Hope I managed to do that. I hope you're looking at her page. I love what she did with her page. She colored it in so that it actually looked like it was happening at nighttime, so everything was very dark. And I purposely did not do that because I was afraid that I will just bugger it up if I tried to do that. That's why my stuff still looks like daytime, even though the sky says it's nighttime. So I really like the way that her turned out. I also enjoy the way that mine turned out. I worked very hard on this. I love the colors that I used. Basically, what I did on this page, I based everything with the Chen Rui alcohol markers, like you guys can see if I go over here. I'm saying everything. I obviously didn't base the fence and the UFO lights. And on this side, same story basically. Just a few things that I didn't base. Then for a few things like the cacti and the rocks and the fence and the tent, I did use my Brute Funer 180 set of pencils to just add all of the shading. And then lots of the flowers and the thorns and stuff were all with the Languo gel pens. And then also here in the spaceship, a lot of the stuff was with the gel pens, and then the UFO lights was with the Languo acrylic markers. Trying to see what else did I use. I used my white Prisma pencil to add the glows for all of the stars, and then I used then I go over it with the colored pencils just. Yes, because I only have, sorry, I only do have a white Prisma pencil, so I definitely did not use, it was normal Brute Funers that I went over the Prisma pencils with. What else did I do here? That's basically it. This was very enjoyable. Yeah, let's see, what else do I have here for the hashtags. Like I said, obviously again, Space Timber 25, that's what we're here for. I also, on this one, I added Flowers and Leaves by Mary Full Colors. The song that I chose here was the Scooby-Doo theme song. I also added Color the Fairy Tales September 2025 by Geordie Colors for the stars that we have. And then Color Your Horde September 2025 by Lavella's Coloring and Tia's World of Adult Coloring, as this was an first time that I colored in this book. And then I also used it for the hashtag Color Me in September by Colorful Mother of Three, because that tag was all about doing something that tells us about yourself, so about myself. And I really enjoyed this whole space thing, so I basically tagged her in every picture that I did this month. And that was then this lovely page in Enchanted Galaxies by, and I have to check every time, Alexandra Zakirakouras. Then the next one I did was in Small Victories by Joanna Basford. Let me just quickly get my bearings. Let's go to the page first, because now it feels like I'm looking in two books. One book for the materials used and the mediums used, and another book for the hashtags. And then it feels like I'm reading and rambling, and I'm sorry about that. Let me zoom in a bit. This page was a lot of fun. It really was. That's it. Cool. So, firstly, for this page, I was following, I'm going to tell you now. What? Now you can see I was confusing myself. Yep. Okay, cool. Never mind. I found it. So, for this space vignettes, what I did was, there was a specific hashtag. It was the one with the color stuff. Coloring the Movies 2025 by Finding Joy in Color. This month, her movie was Guardians of the Galaxy. And these were the colors that she had there. I'll show you guys on the screen the color palette that she gave us. And these are the colors that I tried. These were supposed to be those colors. That's what I had in mind when I chose the colors for this page. And then what I went with was then water paints for the nebula background, which felt to me was too uniform and not blotchy enough, but okay, never mind. I also did not remember to actually just put washi tape to have a nice border, but hey, maybe you guys would have thought it was supposed to look like that if I didn't say anything, but now it's out there. Just like the alien. In any case, so yeah, that was water paints that I used on for the nebula. Then I also, for the little borders on the vignettes, I used my Languo acrylic markers, and all these little dots was also the acrylic markers. Then the backgrounds of the insides of the vignettes was my 180 Butfuna pencils that I used, and then that one scratched a bit. The pictures were all just colored in with the Languo gel pens, as well as the shiny style glitter pens from Languo. That is what I used on each of them. And then the big stars was my Guangna Super Golden markers. Yeah, so that was definitely everything that I used on this page, and it went fairly quick, and it was just so enjoyable with all the shiny stuff on there. It was just really nice and lovely to do. Then let me tell you guys quickly the hashtags that I followed. I know you know me here for Space Temper, but it feels like I have to say it every time because it's so important. Space Temper 2025 by Soraya Colors. Remember that for next year. Then I also had BB Books Bids by Danella Sulis .color relax. Like I said, I will add everybody's details in the description box. Got the 2025 out of the box bingo, like I said. And then there was also a Colorful Small Victories 25 by Samways Coloring and Colorful Diary 2018. That was specifically for this page this month in this book. And then the Coloring the Movies 2025 by Finding Joy in Color. And then I also had Color the Fairy Tales September 2025 by Geordie Colors for stars. And the song that I chose for Yolanda's tag was the Pina Colada song by Rupert Holmes, because that was one of the songs that, what's his name? Star-Lord? Was that his name in the movie? That he had on his mixtape, man. You guys know what I'm talking about. And then I also had Colo Challenge Letter by, oh gosh, it's gonna sound terrible because I actually do not know how to pronounce her name, but I'm gonna say it's by Maryline. I'm gonna add her details. And this month it was the letter B, and obviously B is for Basford. And then again I tagged Color Me in September by Colorful Mother of Three, because I love space. Okay, I think I gave you guys all the information on that one. Then the next one that I did was, which one was it? It was this one. So Soraya organized us 2 free pages to do a, and now you can see I'm reading again, Buddyverse 2025. That we could then all color this month, and then we use that tag, and that was just, this was so cool. So this picture was given to us by RJ Hampson. Yeah, that also just left me there for a moment. Yeah, RJ Hampson. I really enjoyed this. This was actually the first picture that I've ever colored from him, and I must say I am seriously contemplating to buy another book. But what I was thinking, I would go for one of the PDF books, because then I can just print out the pages that I like, and you can see that I'm really enjoying these Guangna Super Golden markers. So that's what all the bling bling is about. Here and there I had the Languo Shiny Style glitter pens. The background is the Languo acrylic marker. The astronaut and the aliens and the spaceship were all based with the Chenry alcohol markers. What else do I have here? A little bit of the gel pens over here. And here again, the highlights with the acrylic paint pens. Yeah, this went quick. This was really, really quick, and I enjoyed it a lot. What else did I have hashtags wise? So like I said, it was that Buddyverse 2025 that was also by Soraya Colors. And oh yes, I again went with the Guardians of the Galaxy color palette from Jamie at Finding Joy in Color. So that was very cool. I really enjoyed using that color palette. Then I also had Kitten Phone Home by Kitten Color Crazy. I know there's no cats here, but the hashtag was actually for any animals. So, I mean, they look like animals to me, space animals. What else did I have here? The song that I chose here was Hooked on a Feeling by Blue Suede, and that was also one of the songs on Star-Lord's mixtape. And I also have Color the Fairy Tale September 2025 by Geordie Colors for the Star, and again Color Me in September by Colorful Mother of Three, because I still love space. So that was this awesome page that we have here from RJ Hampson. And then where can I put that? It's not going to not be nice anymore. This was the other free page that we got. Let me just make sure what this artist's name is. Let me just turn my page. So this lady's name is Helena It looks like Helena Deal Maida .art. I will, like I said, I will add her details in the description as well. I was just looking for a quick way of coloring this page. There's obviously, I saw so many beautiful pictures of this dragon actually colored in. I went for the Galaxy white lines look because I really enjoyed doing that trend, and I've only done it once before. So on the background, I used water paints, and then I let all of that dry, obviously, and then I went in with a white acrylic marker. Obviously, I'm just trying to see. It was a Guangna acrylic marker. And then when all of that was now nice and dry, I used my white Prisma pencil, sorry about that, to just basically go and add all the shading, the white shading, inside of the dragon. And like here around this comet and in the planet and over here in the planet. And then after I was done with all of that shading, it felt to me like it was still all just blending together a bit too much. So I took my 180 Brit Funa set of pencils and I looked for colors just a little bit darker than my Nebula colors, and I went all around the lines of the dragon, the space dragon, just to make it all a little bit darker. And then I used my Prisma Blender, sorry, excuse me, my Prisma Blender pencil then to just try and bring that, blend that out a bit with the Nebula, the water paints that I had going. And yeah, I didn't add any bling on here because to me it feels like that is the point of the Galaxy white lines, is to just have your background and to have your white lines. So I really enjoy doing this one a lot. What actually was a first for me, I did these two in one day. In one day. I was very proud of that. Let me quickly tell you what other hashtags I used for this page. Now I'm in the wrong book again. Oh my goodness. So obviously, Space Timber 2025 by Soraya Colors. I also added the Buddyverse 2025 hashtag for this. The 2025 out of the box bingo. Again, I added Kitten Phone Home because we've got an animal in space. And then the song that I chose here was Counting Stars by One Republic. And I again had Color the Fairy Tales because of the stars, and Color Me in September because I still love space. So that was a very nice one to do. Then the next one that I finished, only one from Alien Worlds that I finished this month. Let me quickly take a sip of water. I really enjoyed this one a lot. This one was technically a buddy with Coloring Bumblebee, Jace from Coloring Bumblebee, and Yolanda from Coloring Biker Mama. They are not done at the moment, and they said it's okay, I can go ahead and post my stuff. So I will show you guys their stuff when I get their stuff. I'll show you in the next video. But yeah, this is the Apex Predator. This one took all week. I want to say I enjoyed it because we tend to say we enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy this one as much as the other ones, but I do love the end result. So let me tell you guys a little bit about this Apex Predator. So I started with these flowers. I knew that I wanted to make them this color combo. So now the only other page that I've done in this book is this spread, and I did have it in my mind that I would like to take these colors into this page because it's the same planet, and I do think I managed to do that. I did the definitely the flooring, if I can call it flooring, is the same. This color combo of the flowers does come from some of these flowers over here. Yes, so I definitely, and even like the trees, this stuff that grows in the trees, I brought that across over here again. So I think I managed to do that, but so that was the reason for these colors. Then So I knew what I wanted to do for these flowers, and I knew what I wanted to do for the floor, and I knew what I wanted to do for the trees. And then I started thinking, okay, then I will probably just black out the sky, because I can't bring in this colorful sky because of this. And I knew I was going to color this the same as the flowers, because even if you read the description, not that I read the description before I colored the page, I only read it after. It says, with a floral mane for camouflage and 5 eyes that give it exceptional vision, etc., etc. So yeah, you kind of gather that it's supposed to look the same. But okay, so I did it that way. And then I was thinking, what do I do with this Apex Predator's body? And I had this vision of it being black, just with a okay. Initially, I thought like a purple tint to its fur, and then I decided no, it's going to be too much purple. Let's go blue. And then when I started adding in the blue and the black, yeah, now it's a Tron Apex Predator. That is what it is, and I love it. So yes, this was a very interesting page. I was very glad when it was done. I do think it looks awesome, but yes, it wasn't awesome to get there. Let me put it like that. And I did put my hand into to wet glitter pen all over the show, but it's okay. We survived. So let me quickly tell you guys what's everything that I used on this page. Let me just turn this page and then I can tell you. So obviously all the pencil work is with my Brute Funa 180 set of pencils. I used the Languo acrylic gel pens. Yes, for all these outlinings was those gel pens, and his glowy outlines over here was all gel pen. And I'm calling these rat butterflies. They also have gel pens, and then I have the shiny style glitter pens, the Languos. I have a little bit over here, and his antennae. What else did I use them on? I think, oh, and these little bits of flowers and the eyes. You can't really, you can't really see that. But it's okay, it's there. I almost went overboard, decided no, can't glitter that much, shine that much. What else did I use? A white Sakura jelly roll. What did I use that for? Oh, some of the smaller stars was with the jelly roll. Yeah. So that was all of the mediums that I used. Obviously, go and look at the tags. We've got Space Timber 2025 by Soraya Colors. I've got Kitten's Furry Baby Inspiration by Kitten Color Crazy, because this is a cat. And this makes me think of my cat, Sparkles. But I decided I'm not going to color the Apex Predator orange. Not completely orange, a little bit of orange. Then I've got Flowers and Leaves by Maryful Colors. Got the Out of Box Bingo. And then also, because I believe that's a cat, I've got the Cat's Color Along by Alvin's Coloring. And we've got Sweary Spooky Cats, September by Max Sally. And the song that I chose for this page is Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. And we also got Cat in the Book by Ratna Si Ratna. Sorry, my handwriting was so horrible there. I thought the at was an E. And then Coloring the Fairy Tales from Geordie Colors for the stars. And Color Me in September, my colorful mother of three, because I still love space. And that is my page from Alien Worlds by Kirby Rosanis. And I will definitely share Jess's and Yolanda's pages with you once I have them. And yeah, let's see what I do in this next. Not that I know when I will do this next. I bought this book because of the oh my goodness, why can't I remember the group's name? I suck. Alien Worlds Data Report. You would think that I would remember because I used it in my Instagram post this afternoon. But yes, I bought the book because of that group, and I've only done these 2 pages. But I will get to more. That was that book. Then the next one, I call it a double page spread. A Million Little Monsters by Lulu Mayo. I had so many pages tagged in this book that I wanted to do for Space Timber, and I only got to 2 of them. But it's okay. For Halloween, for Beautiful Colors 2025, I will color some more. So I did this spread, and I really enjoyed this. This was also very quick. you guys can see that obviously I realized using acrylic paint markers can make backgrounds go like this. So I started off with this one. Okay, let me first tell you, I went and I just searched for, first I searched for a space color palette, and then I decided, okay, that looks like a moon, so this will look like a sun. Let's go with a warm space palette and a cool space palette, and that is what I looked for, and that is then what I used on these two pages. So for the background, I've got my Languo acrylic markers, and for the planets and all the outlinings, we've got a lot of Languo gel pens. We've got the shiny style glitter pens. We've got some super gold, Guangna super golden markers. Here, like some gold spots on her cloak. Yeah, the cloak was also a very funny story. I had the whole cloak gold at one stage and it looked crap, so I made it purple, and I had to make it purple again just so that it looked nice again. I've got lots of the Guangna golden markers all over the, not all over the show, but a little bit here. And then so the actual sun and these little characters down here, I used my 180 Brut Funer pencils for. What else do I have here? Little Prismacolor pencil, or the white pencil for the glow around the stars and the glow around the sun. And then I just use Brut Funer pencils over on top of the Prismacolor pencil, just to not only have white over there. And that was basically it. That was also a very quick one. And then basically the same on this side of the page. This already had the black background, so I didn't have to do that. I just colored in the moon and the characters and the unicorn, and then all of the shiny. I don't know if you guys can see the shiny. I hope so. I really hope so. And even this, her wings went through a ugly phase where I thought her hair was just getting lost, until I added these gel pen outlines, and then it looked pretty again. I really enjoyed doing this double page spread. Let me quickly tell you guys about the hashtags. Okay, obviously Spacember 2025 by Samurai Colors, and I also have the 2025 Out of Box Bingo by eArt Studios and Julianne Annette Art. And then for song choices on this side, I went with Shut Up and Dance by Walk the Moon. It's not a moon, it's a sun, but okay. And then I have Jess's Lulu Mayo's Scavenger Hunt September 25, so that's coloring Bumblebee, and that was for the prompt monster, because we have these little monsters here down on the page. And I also have Color the Fairy Tale September 2025 by Jordy Colors for stars, and then Color Me in September by Colorful Mother of Three, because I love space. And then all of the same on this side, except for the song that I went for was what song did I go for? Okay, I'll be right back. Let me go check. Okay, so apparently it was Dancing in the Moonlight by Top Loaded is the one that I went for on this page. And that was then the 2 pages that I did in Lulu Mayo's A Million Little Monsters. Why do I have... Somewhere I didn't add a page back. Got a spare. I don't know where it came from now. I'll figure it out eventually. And then the last page that I did for Spacember 2025 was from my new book, which you guys will see in an upcoming craft supply video, is the Disney Petit Poupées Colorage Mysteries by Little Hatchet Heroes. It's basically the Little Princesses color by number Disney book. That's what this one is. And I colored Stitch. Almost forgot his name. And right after I finished this, I wasn't home. I watched the live action version of Stitch. I know it's been out for a while and I enjoyed it so much, and I was sitting there and I was crying because I couldn't remember what happened in this movie. So it was like watching a new movie. I really enjoyed it. So I used my Languo acrylic paint markers on this, and then all the black outline I did with a Languo gel pen, because it felt to me, because I tried out with the acrylic paint pen over here, and it felt like I didn't have enough control over that brush tip to do the black. So I just went and I used the gel pen. It took very long. It took longer. To me, it felt like it took longer to do the outline with the gel pen than it did to do the whole page with the paint markers. But I really enjoyed this. This page did make me realize that I probably do not have all the colors that I need in the gel pens, because I do not have the dusty blues and the sage greens, and I used a lot of the acrylic paint pens in those colors on this page. So I am going to be a bit screwed when I get to a page where it has even smaller details than this. But yeah, might be time for a Temu order. But yeah, so let me tell you guys what other hashtags I added here. So obviously Space Timber 25 by Sarai Colors. I also had Flowers and Leaves by Maryful Colors, because there's a lot of leaves on this page. Got the Out of the Box Bingo, and then I also have Enchanting Disney Coloring 2025 by Mikola Renee Crafts, it looks like. I'll add all the details below. And then he basically pretended to be a dog, so I added Animals Color Along 2025 by Alvin's Coloring, and then Kitten Phone Home by Kitten Color Crazy. I know he's not a kitten, but a hashtag was for any animals. And then this page does look quite summery to me, so I added the Summertime Bids by Daniela Sulis at Dot Color Relax. And then I also had Color Your Heart September 2025 by Lavella's Coloring and CS World of Adult Coloring, because this was an untouched book for me. And then Color Me in September by Colorful Mother of Three, because I love this movie. Not just Space, I love this movie. And then I could swear I did add a song. Did I not? Let's quickly check while I'm here. On the Instagrams. Did I not? Okay, apparently I did not. That's so weird. I could swear I chose a... maybe I'm thinking of something else. Oh my. I could have sworn there was some Elvis Presley song, Can't Help Falling in Love. I could swear that I used that. But maybe I'm smoking my socks. It's possible. It's possible. But yeah, guys, I think that was everything. Let me just go back here. Let me also see the page. Those are then 10 pages that I colored this month, and I enjoyed every one of them, even if it was only the end result that I enjoyed for some of them. So Raya, I'm sorry, I've been talking a lot and not pausing like I usually do. So Raya, we just want to say thank you, and I say we because it's like all of us that participated. I'm sure everybody enjoyed it a lot. Thank you for hosting this, and please do so again next year so that we can do this again. There's still a lot of space pages to color. And I'm sure there will be a lot more coming. So guys, Please remember, and this is now shameful plug to my own tag, my own hashtag, my video. Next month, almost said next year. Next month is Halloween. I'm doing a tag Beautiful Coloring 2025, where you can color in any spooky page or even any gory page. I really don't mind. It can be anything that's Halloweeny, spooky or scary, whatever. And yeah, use the hashtag and then also tag me, and I can share you guys beautiful pages on my Instagram, and I hope to see you guys there. So let me stop rambling. Enjoy your day, enjoy your coloring, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now. Hello everyone, I'm Leandri and welcome to Leandri Crafts. Today is everybody's favorite video of the month. It is the completed pages video, and this month, blah, blah, blah.